All right, family. We waiting on the people to come in. Let me give Sekou a call because he's in Toronto. Give Sekou his call. Tell him enter. I don't like the way the captain doing this right now, man. He want to see if he can do this. See, he can always say, nah, he ain't ready when the brothers start asking questions. But we're going to find out if he ready or not. Y'all going to be the judge of this. If captain is running or if you think he ain't ready for this. I would say if y'all really want to see a nice debate, let captain know he ready. That's all. Simple as that. Let me get the captain up in here.
What's up?
All right, I'm in here, Captain.
You sent me the link?
No, I put it in the chat. It's only going to be y'all two up here. It's in the chat at the top.
All
All you got to do is hit the link.
All right.
All
I'm
right.
coming.
All right.
Okay.
Oh, hold on.
What's the debate?
Yeah, they not going to debate. This is leading up to the debate. So Tazaryach is saying he want to see if he got what it takes. So
Okay.
You got the winner?
I got the winner. Whoever
whoever the people say won, that's who got it. If they want me back, whoever the people say won, I got the win.
Do you know who Sekou is, brother?
Yeah.
You don't want no smoke with Sekou, man. You don't want no smoke with Sekou, bro.
Man, hey, you want to know what the funny thing is?
What's that?
For the last 10 years, you've been saying that to me.
I know, and you've been beating them up. You've been beating the people up, man.
It's all good.
You beat
It's
Chris.
all good.
I think you beat Tazaryach once or twice.
Man, I beat Tazaryach every time, and that's my problem.
No, I'm talking about in the debate. Didn't y'all debate twice?
I think we did 3. We did 3.
Oh, 3.
We did 3.
You
we
beat.
did.
Okay.
Yeah, we did 3. I think. Yeah, but it's all good. I take the winner. If they want me back, I'm ready to debate. So let's get it in.
All right. Okay. Oh man, Captain is in the chat. He said, "Not one time has he won." Captain, he won one time. Remember, one time we all know that you had to leave and run out to the hospital. I think. Right. Pastor.
Yeah. I think we redid that one. I can't remember.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, he had his baby that night. And so I blessed them. The Lord blessed them, but I helped the Lord, to say, just go ahead. The Lord had to say, "Hey, debate over. Have the baby, Cap. Have something to rejoice about tonight." So that's what happened. No, Cap. No,
well,
that's
it's hard to beat the captain, man. He's here. He's here right now. He hear you. Talk to him, Captain.
Yeah, it's 3-0. It's 3-0, but that's my dude right there.
I can't hear you, Captain. I can't hear you. I can't hear you, brother. Yeah. I can't hear you, Captain. You might go out and come back. So, yeah, man.
Yeah, but I'll check in on it. I'll watch it.
Yeah. You want to tune in right now, Pastor, because they're getting ready to get it in.
All right, I got you.
All right.
All right, peace, everybody.
Peace, man. Okay, so this is it, the grand finale. Inky, what's up, man? I should have Inky doing the moderating stuff. Yeah. Well, for Elder Yara Black Sage versus Nepal, I might have Inky doing the moderation, being the the moderator, because that's conflict of interest. I don't want to, nobody to say I'm looking out and I did this. You know how people get, right, y'all? But Nepal don't need me to help her. She's gonna beat the brakes off of Yara. She's gonna beat the brakes off of him. Trust and believe me. What's going on, Sekou?
sa.neter, peace. I was trying to connect through my iPad, but I wasn't seeing the link to come in through my iPad because I don't want to use the phone. But my iPad, for some reason, you see my iPad, but I can't find. I'm not able to see the link through the iPad. I don't know why.
I don't know why either. If you give me your email, I will send it to your email.
Okay.
And that way you can see the link on your iPad.
Right, okay. Because I don't know why. That would have been so easier for me.
You want to text me your email? Or just say it right now?
I don't want to say it. Are we live?
Yeah.
No.
Put it in the private chat. Type it in the private chat.
Okay.
You know how to do that, right?
Sure.
Okay, type it in the private chat, and then I will send it to you.
Yeah.
Yo, I was at family. I was at where was I at? I had the oh man. What's the name of the store, y'all, where y'all go get your car parts and all that from? Auto. What's the name of that, y'all? Come on, help me out. Auto, damn. See how that shit right at the tip of my tongue. AutoZone. I went to AutoZone today, and 2 Africans came in wilding out, going crazy. I ain't really want to film them dudes. They was like looking like madmen, going crazy, going nuts. So I had to record them, but I put the phone down where they don't see it up, because you can see they wasn't in their right state of mind. And so, let me see. Captain, say something.
Testing 1, 2. Can you hear me all right?
I hear you all right. I hear you all right. I wish you was with me today, Captain, because I was in AutoZone today.
Mm.
The 2 Africans that came in, they was wilding out, man, going crazy.
About what?
I'm just mad at somebody, at the customer. The security guard said, yo, I'm gonna shoot you. The security guard threatened to shoot him and everything.
The security threatened to shoot the Africans?
Yeah, he threatened to shoot the African because it looked like he was like gone. The African dude was gone, bro.
Mm.
And I was like, man, I ain't want to put my camera up to show his face. And I was like, man, these niggas ain't gonna go crazy on my ass up in there. But if you was there, I would have zoomed in on their face and everything. I would have zoomed in on their face and everything. But I had my phone down. Let's see if you can hear. Listen. Yeah, what's up, Sekou?
Yeah, what we doing?
You know, you see the place where you pin the Cash App and the other stuff are down with this.
No, man, you got to put it in the private chat. But come on, because Captain only got
No, I know,
5 to 6, brother. He only got 5
Yeah,
to 6. He's there
okay.
already.
Okay, let's use the phone then.
All right.
Yeah.
No, you got the little one, you got nothing. If no people come here, y'all gonna run them. You bitch.
That's Africans going crazy?
I'm not, bro. Everything. They gotta look at it. Everybody. I walk in downtown. You go there every day. You see the white people living.
That shit sound crazy.
I want everybody to know that this is not a debate, but this can have the potential of leading up to a debate if a captain will accept the challenge. We got Sekou in the building. Sekou, I want to pass the mic to you. I don't want to waste no time because Captain only want to give us an hour, brother. So, Sekou, without any further ado, you got the call.
Yes, peace and blessings, sa.neter, and greetings to Captain Tazaryach. I wanted to come in here with my gadgets were giving me problem. I wanted to come through with my iPad so that I would just relax. I don't have to use my hand holding the phone. But unfortunately, it didn't work out. But I'm happy I'm here. We had an appointment and then we respected it. So I'm happy that Captain is here. So tonight discussion, I would like to go very quickly. I will have to start with a kind of a warning and also some type of a disclaimer to say this discussion that might eventually lead up to a debate. I want to inform the community this is not an attack on African Americans. I want to make that very clear because most time when I debate our brothers, my information is always misconstrued and is taken as if it is African versus African American debate, who is better and who is worse. This is not what this is. My discussion tonight is specific to the ideology of the Black Hebrew Israelites, specifically the school of ISUPK, which is an offshoot of One West. I'm dealing specifically.
SUBK is not an offshoot of One West. We are One West. Get your shit right.
Okay. So it's not called the One West, it's called the ISUPK. So it's an offshoot.
ISUBK and One West is not an offshoot. If you're going to talk about ISUBK, Commander General Hanna has never left One West. We are One West. What are you talking about?
You are not called One West. One West is
we
just even an
One West.
So you have to calm
why
down.
Why you say offshoot? Why you? I don't give a fuck about your introduction. Why you say offshoot of One West?
Can I finish my introduction?
Why did you say offshoot?
You're only giving us an hour, Captain. You got to let him get it out. Come on.
So
why are you saying we are an offshoot of One West?
Can I finish this is a distraction. Let me finish. So definitely it is not an attack on African American community, whom I respect. I've read extensively about the contribution of African American to civilization, to America, to even the civil right and all of that. So tonight I'm dealing specifically with the ideology of ISUPK. So I'm beginning tonight to say I have 3 claims based on my study and based on the study I've done in the last few weeks even months, long time before having this discussion, I have come to realize three things about the ISUPK. And these are the claims I'm going to put forward. And my brother here tonight, whether he called me brother or not, he
Yeah, we
can
definitely
decide.
ain't brothers. Yeah, we
He
definitely
can
not brothers.
decide. He can decide whether to disprove those claims. He can decide to say those claims are false. Then that will start the debate. Or he can say, I accept those claims. That's what we are. Then there is no debate. That's who he is. Then we are gone out of here. First claim. First claim.
So this is like 10 minutes of him talking? Is that what this is?
Captain, you are here to
Control
answer.
yourself, Captain. Control yourself.
I'm not here to answer anything. I'm here for him to impress me. Like put on.
No, I'm not here to impress you. I'm
Yes,
here
you
to
are.
break my
Yes,
submission.
you are, because
You are not a woman. I'm not impressing
the
you.
first mistake you made was when you said ISUBK is an offshoot of One West, which shows you do horrible research. ISUBK
I
is
proceed
One
with my
West.
claim number one. The ideology of Black Hebrew Israelite, particularly ISUPK, reinforces Eurocentric ideology and white supremacy talking points. That's my first claim.
Okay, and now, how does that make me want to debate you? That claim. What is that?
I just want to repeat it again.
We all heard you. This is not the Sekou show. This is the Sekou and Capt. Tazaryach show.
Control yourself, Captain.
I am controlling. I'm not yelling.
Control yourself.
I just want a one-sided. If you're gonna make your first point that ISUBK Israelites,
if you don't want to debate me, I will make a presentation about it. But you got to
do the presentation regardless. I'm just simply saying your first claim is that.
Control yourself. Let me finish.
I am. Am I yelling?
Yeah, you are.
You're saying you want to repeat what you just said. We heard what you said.
And I'll let you talk.
No, that's not the way this works, man. If you got 3 points,
hold up, Sekou. Let's hear him out. Let's hear what he's gonna say.
If we got 3 points, if you have three.
The reason why I'm saying it like this, because you said you only giving him an hour. So if you
I'm not about to give him an hour of talking.
Well, hold up. If you giving him an hour, you got to let him get it out so that you
did. He got.
He's agitated for nothing.
But he was
agitated. I'm not agitated. I'm not loud. He said he got. sa.neter. He said he got 3 points. He just said the first point is that ISUBK teaches a European-centric point. I want to discuss that point before he goes to the third point. What is wrong with saying that?
All right, go ahead, Captain. You're right. Go ahead, brother.
Jesus Christ, man. You too touchy. So explain how we have a European-centric point. That's what I'm asking you.
Right. The first, I have more than 10 or 20 reasons to prove that, but I will deal with 2 right now. One is the teaching of the Hermetic hypothesis. You claim that Africans are Hamites. This talking point is Eurocentric, and they come from European talking book. You cannot prove that Africans are Hamites from neither your Bible or extra biblical sources to prove that Africans are Hamites. And to add to that, the Hamite hypothesis was used to justify enslavement.
Question for you.
Can I finish?
You're like, does he?
Okay, go ahead, man.
It's a quick question for you. If you say Africans are not Hamites, who are the Hamites?
The Hamites in your Bible it mentioned 3 nations, or 4. Mizraim, it mentioned Cush, it mentioned Canaan, and Punt. And those are not a definition of Africa.
That's not answering my question. Listening is an art.
Did that.
No, you did not. You said we teach a Eurocentric point by saying that the Africans are Hamites. The Africans that we consider Hamites are the ones on the African continent. You're saying that's Eurocentric. So I'm asking you, if y'all are not Hamites, then who are the actual Hamites?
I just listed to you, according to your Bible, 3 or 4 nations are mentioned, and those nations
who are they today?
They do not constitute Africa.
But who are they today?
What do you mean, who are they today? Your Bible was written today?
What I mean by, sa.neter, this is what you say you want me to debate?
Captain.
If I say,
he's asking now, he's not answering the question. I'm just setting him up.
when I say who are they today, if we say Edomites, Edomites today is the so-called white man. If somebody says they're not the so-called white man today, and I say who are they today, then they will point me to another ethnicity that they would say Edomites are. So you're saying we got a European's mind by calling Africans Hamites. So if
Yes.
you're telling us that Africans are not Hamites, then according to the biblical narrative, who would the Hamites be today? Would they be the Chinese? Would they be the Japanese? Like, who would they be?
It is for you to prove. My claim is Africans are not Hamites, and you have mentioned Canaan, and Canaan is not in Africa. Is
He's
Canaan
right
in
though.
Africa?
So,
He's right though,
so,
Captain.
so let me see.
He's
Is
right though.
Canaan in Africa?
I have to, I almost want to ignore you by saying that because you know good and damn
Sa.neter,
well.
this
So
is
what
the
you
game
just,
he's playing. Answer the
this is
question.
not
Is
a game.
Canaan in Africa?
Oh, you said is Canaan in Africa?
Yes.
That, so I would probably say some of it, not all of it, because what they call the Middle East technically is not in Africa. According to their science, they say that Israel is on the Arabian tectonic plate. It's not on the African tectonic plate. So if anybody places Israel as the land of Canaan, I would differentiate them. But we're not talking about land. When you say Canaan, that this I know you're stupid because land mass doesn't make you the people that you are. For example, everybody in Africa is not African or Hamites. There's white people in Africa or Edomites. There's Israelite people in Africa or Israelites, and we will call them that. That's why I'm specific when you say, who are you saying are the Hamites today? You have to take a position because your position is to challenge me by saying that y'all are not Hamites. So I get
What I
that. So
said.
you're saying, that's what I just said. So you're saying I would have to prove that y'all are Hamites. You
Yes.
have to take, okay, you have to take a position as to who the actual Hamites are. So I could, just like you're going to, just like you want to attack my position, you have to give me your position so that it can be attacked as well.
Okay. Now this is my response. First of all, I do not believe in the biblical story. That's the first thing I want to make clear. But I am not trying to play the game of believe or not believe. I want to accept without conceding that let's take the story on the face value that it is true. You cannot biblically prove that Africa are Hamites. That's the point I'm getting you. Because Europeans use a generalization bias to say all black people are Hamites to justify slavery. Now, what you do, you reinforce it, you take yourself out of the Hamite, but you agree to it when it applies to African. And I'm challenging you to prove where Africans are Hamites.
So by his own statement, he just proved that we're not Eurocentric.
You are
He just
Eurocentric.
said, shut your mouth. You just told me to be quiet, and I got quiet. So shut your
No,
mouth.
you
All
again, you are
do it.
acting feminine. You
All
are acting
all
feminine.
you're doing is
A
interrupting.
man
You asked me
does
to
not
be
make a
quiet.
threat he
Hold on.
cannot
You
enforce.
just asked me to be quiet,
No,
and I was
you are
quiet.
acting like a feminine.
You just asked
Act
me
like
to
a
be quiet,
man.
and I was
Hold on,
quiet.
Sekou.
Act like a
Captain,
man.
can you
Stop
please
acting feminine.
hold on,
Sa.neter,
hold
he's
on.
acting like a
Hold
woman.
on. Say Captain, the ad
You don't
hom.
make a threat you cannot enforce.
I didn't give an ad hom. He asked me to be quiet while I was talking, so I was quiet. As soon as I say and talk, he interrupts. I
You
don't mind
got to
being interrupted. He does. See, even now.
Let him
control
talk.
yourself, Captain.
See,
Control yourself.
even now, he's talking while I'm talking to you.
Say cool.
Control yourself,
So
Captain.
look at him.
Say cool. Let him
I'm
talk.
talking to you. I'm not talking to him.
All right,
So
go ahead,
he just proved that we're not Eurocentric. He said the Eurocentric way was to say that all black people were Hamites or African. And then we come and we say we're not African, we're Israelites, which would be anti-Eurocentric. Just off of that alone, I couldn't agree with your title of saying we're Eurocentric if the Europeans teach that we're all Africans and we teach we're not Africans, we're a different tribe from Africans. My question to you is, how can that be Eurocentric? That's my question.
It is Eurocentric because Eurocentrics use a generalization bias. And the generalization bias says because Punt, Mizraim, and Cush were mentioned, and these were nations in Africa. Therefore, all Africans are Hamites. You use the same theology. The difference is you want to say that African Americans are not the Hamite, but any other black in Africa, they are Hamite. And all your teachings, when you go on white people podcast, the first thing you do, I have a video to show. You said the African black are the Hamite. If the African black are the Hamite and you are not Hamite, how do you say then that the Ashanti tribe were a Hebrew Israelite? Why did you say that? Then why did you say that there are tribes in Africa who could be Israelite? You said it, and I have the record. You even said, I'm coming, let me finish. You said, why having an interview with Lamont Hill? You said it very clearly. What is the name of the African-American lady that were helping people? Harriet Tubman. You say Harriet Tubman come from the Ashanti tribe, and she is a Hebrew Israelite. Ashanti tribe is in Africa.
So a quick yes or no, and then I'm going to answer your question. Just a quick yes or no. So yes or no, we are teaching something different than the Europeans. Yes or no?
No, you are teaching the same thing as Europeans. Just put a black paint on it.
So we can't be teaching the same thing. So now I'm going to answer your question. You said, why do I say some Israelites are in the Ashanti tribe? If you actually listen to the Mark Lamont interview, and this is why we say Hamites instead of Africans, we teach the history that Israelites fled into Africa and lived amongst Africans for thousands of years. So if Israelites are still in Africa to this day, we got an officer in ISUPK in Africa today, but we wouldn't call him a Hamite. Hamite is a different tribe than Israelites. So Europeans lump us all together as black, but even Africans today do not assimilate or associate with us. So I guess they must be Eurocentric too, because when Africans come over here, they make a difference between us and them. The term akata is to separate us from them. So that's not Eurocentrics, it is tribal. Historically, when the slaves in North Carolina in the late 1800s tried to go back to Africa, the Africans did not accept them. They went to war and then publicly beheaded them in the 80s. So this is not a ISUPK Eurocentric separation between the tribes of Israel or the tribes of American black people and the tribes of Africa. They have always been separated. So if you're trying to have a conversation about that, it just doesn't make sense to me, because nothing that you
again.
I wasn't finished when you said again.
You pause.
This is why I say shut your mouth, because a pause don't mean I'm done.
That's feminine.
It's effeminate. This the second time.
It's feminine.
This the second time I was quiet for him, and he interrupted me. But he's saying I'm effeminate. Control your emotions. So again, this is not a topic that would interest me, because your premise is false. You will not identify who Hamites are for me to address. If you're going to come into the Bible, you can't say I don't believe the Bible, but I want to debate you about the Bible. That don't make sense to me.
All right, Sekou, go to your second. Go to the next one. Go to the next one.
Yeah, so he tried to. So and it's very clear. I want to just respond very quickly.
Yeah.
He never responded to the fact that Canaan is mentioned as the son of Ham, and Canaan, the land. He said it's not about land. But if it is not about land, then on what supposition? Because Ham doesn't mention the African. Is Ham equivalent to Africans? Ham is not equivalent to Africans in the linguistics. So on what basis did you, if it is not land, on what basis did you say Hamite live in Africa? It was not because of Punt, Mizraim, land that we have mentioned. If it is not that, then why is there no Hamite in the Middle East till today? Why did you say in your videos that you can't be African and Hamite at the same time? But at the same time, you contradict yourself in another video and said the 12 tribes chart that you have is for North Africa only, but Africa will have its own 12 tribe chart when it comes to the Hebrew Israelite tribes. So it's a contradiction. African Hamites in generalization bias, or some of them are Hamite. This is where he doesn't want to respond. Are there Hamite in the Middle East? He doesn't want to respond. He only uses the word Hamite to describe African, and that is Eurocentric. I'll go to the second point. where I said that they are pushing Eurocentric ideology. They push for divine separation. One of his videos, which I watched, it was interview done by Capt James. He told Capt James in the video that you can be here talking about your temple or whatever that was because you are African American, you are from the tribe of Judah. But an African cannot come here. An African cannot enter here. That sounds like a Jim Crow to me. So tomorrow, if this brother have a country which is ruled by Hebrew Israelite, will he separate the schools with Africans? Will African be able to go to where their children go? If it is no, he's regurgitating Jim Crow behavior, which is a white supremacy of separating people based on ethnicity. Based on ethnicity of separating people, that is Jim Crow, that's white supremacy.
So what's your question you got for him?
No,
So
you
my
don't have
question
that. If he was done, I could have just spoke.
All right, go ahead, Sekou. Let him speak without interrupting.
When he mentioned earlier, I would not answer about the Canaanites and it's not landmass. He's lying. It's not about landmass because anybody can live within a landmass. Elon Musk is South African, but we would not call him the African that Sekou is. He's a white man that lives in Africa. So when the Israelites was in Africa, or when I'm assuming he meant North America, not North Africa. When I said the 12 tribe chart applies to North, Central, and South America, in Africa, it would be different because even in North America, when we say the Israelites are in North America, there's white people and Chinese and Japanese people in North America, but we're not talking about them. We're talking about the tribes that are there. So in Africa, there's a ton of different nations in Africa. It's not just Hamites in Africa. Arabs are in Africa. White people are in Africa. Chinese people are in Africa. There's a lot of different races. And so when we say African, one of the reasons I stopped saying Africa, when I went to Demona, the brothers asked me a question and said, why you say you hate Africans? I said, we're not Hamites. They said, we know. I said, that's what I mean. So the reason why we say Hamites is because we're about a specific people, not a land mass. Then when he says that, when I was doing a Capt James interview, and I said an African couldn't come, he might have wanted to watch the whole thing. Let's say if we're having a food drive, and that food drive, and an African comes up and wants some food, or a white person comes up and wants some food, and we got cans of food. They'll get a can of food. We don't ask them what their race is, because that's not something specific to an Israelite feast day, an Israelite high holy day. But when you read the Bible, when he says this is Eurocentric, unless he's saying the Bible is a white man's book, the Bible tells us not to marry outside of our race. The Bible tells us that non-Israelites can't keep the Passover. Non-Israelites can't do this. Non-Israelites can't do that. So it's not Eurocentric. It's in the Bible. So then my question would be, is he against, does he consider the Bible, I'll rephrase it. Do you consider the Bible to be Eurocentric? Yes or no? He's muted.
Yeah. So I will respond also to the, because you are beating around the bush. Did you say very clearly in that
Can you
video?
just answer my question
No,
first?
you didn't answer my question. So I have to it's a distraction.
Okay.
I have to take it back. I have to replay it.
So then what I'll do is I'll let you answer the question. I'll answer it directly first, and then I'll re-ask my question.
Right. So
No problem.
Eurocentrism uses biblical texts to push their agenda. So I am not saying categorically the entire Bible is Eurocentric. Eurocentric is a separate ideology, but it uses biblical text to enforce its ideology. You do the same. All you did, you regurgitate European ideology, but all you are trying to do is you did that on one of your interview with those Jewish boys. It looked very funny, by the way. I will critique that video when the time comes, when they put the bread on the table and they were making fun of you. So in that video, you told them that black people are Hebrew Israelite. They didn't even ask you about African. They didn't ask you. You just said, but not the African black. That's a generalization. You said black people are Hebrew Israelite, but not the African black. You didn't say some. You said not the African black. And in fact, you have a video, you say you can't be an Israelite and be an African. Very clearly, you said that. So if you said that, and then you say it's not about landmark, it's about ethnicity, are you saying all Africans are one ethnicity? Are you saying all Africans are from the same ethnicity? And I'm asking you very clearly, saying you said there are many ethnic groups in Africa, many races. Why did you use the word Africa consistently and say not the African black? So are you saying all black people within the continent of Africa are Hamite, which means then Hamite talk about race? You have to prove that in your Bible. So that's what I'm saying very clearly. You are using generalization bias, which is a Eurocentric position that justifies enslavement of Black Americans.
You said I didn't answer your question, and I thought you was going to ask me your question that you said I didn't answer directly, and then I was going to re-ask you my question. You said okay, and then it went on this whole diatribe about something I didn't do. You said I didn't answer your question. What question was it that I didn't answer?
I repeat the question again. What is, I'll frame it this way. Are all
You can just
Africans,
condense it a little bit.
I repeat, yeah. Are all Africans Hamites?
No, because African, the reason why I use the term Hamite, and I use the same example, Elon Musk is South African, but I wouldn't call him a Hamite. So the reason why we say Hamite is because Africa is a huge continent. So Hamites to us is anyone that comes from Ham, essentially. So those would be Egyptians, Ethiopians, Canaanites, and Libyans and stuff like that. So if you descend from them ethnically, then you are a Hamite. If you don't descend from them, you could be another tribe of people. It's that simple.
Did you not say to the
Now,
Jewish
you have
people
to
in
answer
your
my
video?
question, though.
It does not.
Wait,
Because the
wait.
contradiction, you are
You have
changing
to
your
answer.
statement.
Wait, you have to answer.
No.
Answer his question, Sekou. He wants you to answer his question now.
Okay.
I answered your question directly. I asked you,
Yeah.
Do you believe that the Bible is a European book? Yes or no?
No, I don't believe the original biblical text is a European book.
Okay, so if you don't believe that that text is European and you believe that it's Israelite, if the God of the Bible says we can't marry nobody, we're not supposed to marry Hamites, Edomites, Moabites, none of that. If the Bible says that we can't bring you to our Passover, we have to keep you out. You can't keep our feast days. If the Bible says if we keep the commandments, you're above all nations of people, and you said the Bible is not European, how can you say we are Eurocentric if the Bible says what we do?
Right. So let's put it this way: the Eurocentric ideology, it generalizes people, put them in one category based on ethnicity, to treat them, to discriminate against them based on their ethnicity, not on the content of their character. It discriminates against them based purely on their ethnicity. That was Jim Crow law. Now, what I did ask you very clearly, and which you run away from today, I hope people
You're not answering my question.
I'm coming. You said very clearly to the Jewish people you interview with, you cannot be Israelite and be an African. Do we want me to play the video? Are you denying that you said that?
No, I said that.
Okay, if you said that, why are you denying tonight that all Africans are not Hamites?
So can you answer my question first before I answer that question? You ain't answered my question.
Did you lie to the Jews?
You see the difference between you and I? When you said I didn't answer your question, when you went on your diatribe, I still asked you to repeat it.
I answered your question. I said the Bible original text is not European.
And what was my next question?
You asked a question about Passover. I never talk about Passover.
No. So then what you should do, what you should do, which is what I did, which is why I'm superior to you. I had you repeat it so I can answer it because I'm superior to you. So I'm going to repeat the question.
That is Eurocentric. That is Eurocentric. How are you superior to me?
Because that goes right into my question that I originally
How
asked
are
you.
you superior to me? In what
This is
way?
what I mean.
Education?
I don't know why you interrupt. I'm trying to tell you. So
How are you
now,
superior?
if you said the Bible is
Yeah,
not European, so
yeah,
that means the Bible is an Israelite book. So
yeah.
if the Bible says if we keep the commandments, we will be above all nations. If the Bible says that you, Hamites, cannot come and keep our Passover, if the Bible says we cannot marry a Hamite, a Edomite, a Moabite, if the Bible says we are above all nations, why, when me as an Israelite teach that, why are you calling it Eurocentric when you just said the Bible that I teach from is not a European book?
Right. Now, this is the issue. When it comes to I said something very clearly, which you are running away from. You act like you didn't hear it. I said the original text of the Bible are not European, but ideology, European ideology, use it to justify their ideology. So Europeans use the text because the same thing you are saying is what the Europeans said. They said the African American are Hamite, that's why we enslaved them. Why do you say they are wrong? Because that's what they are using. They justify their ideology using the same text. You are using your ideology to justify the same text because the interpretation is subjective. It's based on your ideology. You are
So
using your ideology to justify. That's Eurocentrism, separating people based on ethnicity, hating people not because they did something to you individually, like I don't know you, you don't know me, but you are having a lot of venom in you right now just because of my ethnicity, and you don't even know me.
so
That
I'm
is
gonna
white supremacy.
so I'm gonna respond. He just proved why he's inferior by just answering the question the way that he answered the question. I asked him if we're teaching the Bible, which he said is not European, why, if I'm teaching the Bible, why is he saying I'm Eurocentric? And you know what his answer was? His answer is that the white man comes and take pieces of the Bible that he misinterprets it, by the way, pieces of the Bible that he feels benefits him. So if anything, you can say that the white man stole concepts from the Bible that he misused to justify what he did to us along with y'all. And what I mean by along with y'all, because it was your people that worked with the Europeans that enslaved millions of black people. So if there's anybody that was Eurocentric, it's you Africans that sold black people into slavery, because there's nothing in the Bible that says we can create a transatlantic slave trade, which is what whites, Africans, and Arabs did to the black people in America. Y'all worked as a confederate against us. So when I take the Bible and I read the laws of the Bible and it says if we keep the commandments, we'll be above all nations, you just said it's not European, so I'm not Eurocentric. If I keep the Passover and you as a Hamite try to come and keep the Passover with me and I say you can't come in because this is what the Bible says, it's not Eurocentric, it's what the Bible says. If the Bible says not to marry a Hamite or anything like that, that's what the Bible says. When you said on the white man show that I was on, which I broke the internet on there, by the way, if you say on there, why did I say you can't be an Israelite and African? Because I do use the words interchangeable. African is like a blanket term sometimes that I do say. But if I ever have to clarify, I've clarified it. So when I said African on the show, I'm not, the fact that I'm saying Israelite and African to my audience, they know that I'm saying Hamite and Israelite. Because you're not my audience, I can see why you would be confused. But when I say African and Israelite, I'm making a delineation between those two tribal groups. So again, you have not proven that I'm doing anything Eurocentric. The fact that I follow the Bible and you said the Bible is not Eurocentric, you just cut yourself.
Again, this is gelato word salad. It is very clear that I said the ideology uses any book, especially they use the Bible. How they use the Hamite Bible was to say that there was a curse placed on one of the Hamitic, one of the sons of Ham. And the Bible believers were the perpetrators and were those who carried out slavery. And I would like to be very challenge you when you said that Africans sold a Hamite, whatever you want to call it, they sold Hebrew Israelite in Africa. I would challenge you to prove anywhere that there were any Hamites, any group of people called Israelite in Africa who so-called Hamites sold. That is an imagination that you created. I know the so-called,
a little bit, say that again?
Let me finish.
Can you back up and say that again?
There, I said, I will challenge you to prove where there was any group of people in Africa calling themselves Hebrew Israelite that were sold by Hamites. I will challenge you to prove that. And never bring the 17th century map, because I will destroy you when you use that. And I'm challenging you to prove, because the contradiction is so many in your ideology. The African sold Hamite, so-called Hebrew Israelite, into slavery. Then the Hebrew Israelite, like Haitian, which you call Levite, and they are practicing voodoo. Why are they not practicing Hebrew culture when they arrive in Haiti, saying they were Hebrew Israelite? But they arrived and they were practicing voodoo culture, and the African god name is all over in the South America, from Brazil, all over. It is African spirituality that they took with them. So if they were Hebrew Israelite, separate, and they were sold by Hamite, they should have been practicing their religion, not the African spirituality. Okay. So all of these is all fake stories that you are making up. I'm challenging you to prove Hebrew Israelite in West Africa.
That's not how you get me to debate you. That's
your
not.
Debate is inconsequential. I'm challenging you.
I don't know. Once again, I want everybody to pay attention. You was done, yo.
sa.neter trying to organize debate. Do not confuse that.
Done. Why are you talking while I'm talking, though?
Debating you is inconsequential for me.
I just don't know why you're talking while I'm talking. Like, you can be quiet. Thank you. So, this is not how you get me to debate you, by telling me, I challenge you to prove this, I challenge you to prove that. If anybody looks at my debates are supposed to have a good amount of offense and defense for both sides. There's got to be something that's attacked on you. So, like, for example, when you first said about the Hamite thing, and I asked you to identify who the Hamites are, you identifying who the Hamites are now gives me something to offensively attack, because you're going to attack me by saying these are not the Hamites. You wouldn't take a position as to who the Hamites are. If you don't have something that's worthy of me attacking, we cannot do a debate. What you want to do is say, prove this, prove that. But you're not giving me something that's tangible, or that's even a piece of chicken or a big steak or something to dive into for me to attack or deal with.
Well, what about the part when he said he challenged you to prove that Hamites sold Israelites into slavery? That's something that you can attack. You can attack him on that, Captain. And
attack him on what?
He cannot prove it. He knows that.
That you can show and prove to him that the Africans did enslave, Israelites.
Y'all know debates are usually about 3 rounds, 15 minutes each, back and forth.
We give you 20 minutes.
So no problem. So debates are 3 rounds, 20 minutes. So that's 40 minutes a round, 3 times. Then you have a Q&A. Then you have a back and forth. Right. If someone wants me to sit down and do a debate like that, it has to be something that I'm interested in. I have to respect.
Give him a topic to defend.
Can I come in?
You give him one to defend. That's fair.
sa.neter.
Hold on. Let me hear what he got to say.
Oh my God.
I don't know who he is. So I have no interest in debating him.
Captain, you talk about African history all the time. Talk about what you talk about Africa.
I don't think as I said, man, like I've a couple months, like 2 months ago, I debated this guy, wasted my time, and I said I would never do it again.
I guarantee you won't.
I don't know.
See this one right here, brother.
sa.neter, now you are making me angry because because I am not here to impress the captain. without army. I'm here to put out what I've discovered about his ideology, because he's saying that there's not a video that he doesn't talk about Africans. Now the Africans show up to ask him to explain, and he's saying, impress me, impress me. You are not a woman for me to impress. I am here to tell you. Now he said there's no topic to debate. And I said I came with 3 points. We are still on point number 1 for 40 minutes. We have even entered the second point or third point. He said, "Oh, there is nothing to debate." And we are not done with the first point.
What's your second or third point? I only said, wait, Sekou, for clarity, I only said that because sa.neter said for me to pick one. I don't have one. You here to give me something that makes me want to debate you. I don't care about you.
Let him go with the second one, Captain. Go ahead, Sekou.
Captain, why should you care about me? You are not a woman. I don't know why you keep using these words. Why do I care about your care?
To say I don't care about somebody is not a gender position.
Why should you care about me or not care about me?
Wait, I'm gonna explain. When I say I don't care, you asked to debate me. I didn't ask to debate you.
Did I ask to debate you?
When I say I don't care about you at all. You're nothing to me. But you can bring your second point.
Why are you supposed to care? I don't understand.
It is the position. I don't know you. I'm talking about your whatever topics and stuff like that. I don't care to think of one because you mean nothing to me. But if you have a topic that you think might impress me enough to say, "Ooh,
you sound insecure. You sound very insecure."
That's something I've never done before, and
insecure.
That's something that I've never done before. And that's something that I might be interested in debating.
All right, Sekou.
When I'm saying care, all of my language is about debates. You making it about a relationship. I'm not talking about a relationship.
Talking about care, love. I never talk about any of these things.
All right, Sekou. Can you get to your second point? Go ahead.
So I keep putting out the talking point. I'm telling you that it's a white supremacy ideology that has been reinforced. And one of the things I would tell you, because he keeps saying there is nothing to point. I have a video when they do their street preaching. They put out the caricature paintings of African people. And these caricature paintings, they portray African as savages and put it up and say, we are not African. And they portray African as savages. Now, when I go into the archives, I can bring out pictures of African Americans in the Jim Crow period where white people portray you. You know the famous story of the brute, the watermelon portrayal of black people in America as monkeys eating watermelons. And you know how black people, there is so many ads and pictures that white America used as a caricature portrayal of black American. He is psychologically replaying the same thing, but now he's doing it on Africans, and he picked pictures of certain tribal people and said, this is what Africa represents. And he's saying that this is not a topic to debate. You only put Jesus as savages, you put Jews as savages, you portray African as savages, that those pictures are representative of African people. I am saying this is a reinforcement of white supremacy ideology. And he did that in one of his last show videos. He was having an interview with a white guy. And the white guy said, what is this all about? He said the reason he picked Hebrew Israel ideology is for identity, because he have identity crisis. And he said when somebody asked him and other black Americans, what is your ethnicity? They don't know what to say. And he said some of them would say kunkunku. He made fun of African ethnicity name and started laughing. But when he was mentioning the European ethnicity, the Irish, the Italian, he was saying it with respect. When he got to the African, he made fun of it. This is saying, well, I know whether he's insecure, I can see that very clearly. But the question I'm asking him, is that not white supremacy that he's trying to portray? When we are done with this area, we will go to the second part of contradiction in their teaching. We will go to that.
Is this is this still the first point or the second point?
The first point we are discussing white supremacy.
sa.neter, you see how, no, I don't have I'll respond to what you said, but sa.neter, you see how we just said get to your second point, and this nigga just did his first point again.
I'm not a nigga. I'm saying
you'll tell him, but y'all will tell me he ready. You just said go to your second point. He just wasted
Captain, he is ready.
Listen, man. Now, listen. Y'all just said, he just said, I have not gotten to my second point. Now and then you say get to your second point, and then he don't do the second point.
Get to your second point.
So he gets up here, does all that talking, and it's still not his second point. So to address what you said, to address what you said, we talk about Africans and we talk about whites. When you say I make fun of Africans, I told them same white men, I don't want them to produce white babies. Did you hear that part? I'm pretty sure you didn't, because that wasn't on you. But I ain't never said I don't want to see African babies. But on that same show, I said I don't want white people to produce any babies. When it comes to our treatment of Africans, there's nobody that loved black people more than Africa. If we talk about the history of that, I remember in Harlem when I think it might have been Mussolini back in the 1900s when they was exterminating black people, African people, like it was going out of style. And then black people in Harlem wanted to fight for y'all. But when Malcolm X wanted to get love and respect from African leadership to help his plight, he was told by them Africans, that's a black problem. That is not our problem. When the Ethiopians wanted to take advantage of black pain, aka George, when he had the feet on his neck, they had no problem doing it. But then they talked disrespectfully about black people. If we're going to go into an argument of who disrespects who, Africans have disrespected black people long before I ever said anything about black African people. African people enslaved blacks. African people call us akatas. They call us dumb. They call us slow. They're more Eurocentric than we are. Than you say we are. Because they come over here with that same separatist black people, a lazy ideology that they learned from the so-called white man. So I speak about them as they speak about us. Be that as it may, that ain't European. I'm not even speaking against them. You know who you never hear me speak about? You don't never hear me speak about Hawaiians. Why don't I talk about Hawaiians? Because Hawaiians ain't never done nothing to me or my people. When them black people went to Liberia and tried to go back to Africa, the actual Liberians didn't accept them. History teaches itself. History teaches itself that Africans have never liked black people, period. So you're going to have to do something better.
Captain,
yeah, I see the poll.
Ready.
Sa.neter, can I respond to the Liberia lie?
Listen, man.
It's a lie. It's a lie. Can I debunk the lie? I have to debunk the lie.
You see what he gonna do now? Now instead of going to the second point like a professional,
no, I will go to the second point. I have it, but I want to debunk the lie.
See how you gotta go back?
I have to debunk the lie.
The whole time we've been on here about 50 minutes. 1 point.
That's what I'm telling you. You can't unpack all my points.
Where's the second point? Where's the second point?
Can I debunk the Liberia lie?
Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
He lied about Liberia. The African Americans who arrived, of course, when you are building a new country, you have civil war in America to build your country. There was war between those who arrived and the native on the ground. But eventually they formed a country. It was African American who named Liberia. And they built the flag as a United States flag, our constitution, everything about Liberia. And from 1847 and 1980, all our presidents were African American, all of them. Now one was native until can I finish? You just lied and said they killed them all, and there was none left.
They did.
From 1847. How many years is that? You know how many centuries is that? How many years is that from 18?
You just lied on me. I never said that they killed. I never said they killed them off until they know more. You just
said they slaughtered all of them.
I said they. I said they beheaded them in the 80s. I have the source.
No, in the 80s that was a coup d'etat.
In the 80s, when your Africans took the land over, they cut the heads off of all the black people. They beheaded them.
That's a lie. You can't prove that. Can I finish? The government, it was a military coup d'etat. and the military coup d'etat decided to execute ministers and leaders of government, not random.
Which ones did they do? The black people.
No, wait.
Point.
He's not talking. He's not. Can I talk? You lied, and when I want to correct the
Did
mistake,
not lie at all. You just what you talking about in the 1800s is what I said 20 minutes ago when the black people in North Carolina went over to Africa. They went to war. You just said they went to war. Then you said they had peace, so-called peace. I don't see how you can have so-called peace when I said first they beheaded them in the 80s, and you just said the same thing I said.
No, Captain, you are listening to yourself. This is what happened with religious people. They only hear themselves. So this is the issue. Where there was a civil war between them. As soon as the same way you had civil war in America, there was civil war in Liberia, and eventually a nation was born. From 1847, Joseph Jenkins Robert, first president, was there as an African American until
because they beat y'all. People beat y'all.
Until President Talbot, who was also an African. As I speak today, African Americans are still in Liberia. They are known as Congo. We intermixed, we intermarried, and they are still there. Even the last president in the 90s, Charles Taylor, was an African American.
All right, so 1980. Sekou, I need you to go with your third point right quick. Come on, because
So let me go to the second point, not even the third point. But I am also saying, based on my study of Hebrew Israelite, they are making a claim that they came to save black people, and their ideology is there they are defending African Americans, all of that. But when I studied their ideology, I said the ISUPK movement is counterproductive to the unity and advancement of black people, either globally or even in America. Their ideology is counterproductive to the advancement of black people globally, and even African American themselves. And my evidence is this, is the internalized racism and the mythical nationalism. Now, let me explain the mythical nationalism as opposed to modern geopolitical strategy. In modern Israel, which were built by the Zionist Jews were having problems. They were killed. 6 million of them were killed by Germany. But today, their greatest ally is Germany. They don't dwell on scriptural and mythical past and be angry with Europeans. They build modern strategy to make the same European to help them to build their nation of Israel. They build alliance, even with those who killed them yesterday. But this mythical nationalism that is being an ancient part of ISUPK does not buy into modern strategy or geopolitics or bringing black people together for them to be able to achieve their objective. Instead, they want to separate people. They seek new alliance with Native Americans, Hispanic, and all these people, and say this is the alliance they are building. I think it's counterproductive. It will never lead to any unity of black people. This is my position.
Captain?
I don't know what his number 2 point is. Can he just say it again briefly? He just rambling. Like, what is the number 2 point is?
You heard it very well. It's a strategy you are using. You think you can dump Captain? You are dealing with the wrong African, though.
I'm asking it. I'm just asking.
You ain't hear what he just said, Captain?
He's pretending. He's pretending. I will repeat it.
I heard what he said. I heard what he said, but without the long diatribe, can he just make the statement? I just want to address the statement. I heard of all the other stuff, but I just want the statement said. The second point is, go, please.
All right, I'll go to my second point. So I'm in third point now. Since you don't want to answer the first one, I said your ideology.
I just said this is what I'm talking about. Listen, stop.
He's trying to tell you.
Listen. He's going to the third point. I'm asking him about the second point. He said I don't want to answer it. That's a lie. All I asked him if he could just say it again. Listening is a fucking art. And all I said was if he could just surmise it, just real briefly in 15 seconds. What his second point is, and this nigga went to the third point. I'm not running from his question. I just want to hear it again, more concise. Can he repeat it, please?
I repeat it again. I said your ancient and mythical nationalism is counterproductive to modern geopolitical strategy of all nations that need development. Your mythical nationalism make you to be just a talking people on the street that have no strategy to build a nation or liberate a people. Because the
Okay.
Jews of Israel, they build a strategy to a point where people who killed them, even 6 million Jews were killed by Germany, but today Germany is a greater ally of Israel. You want to stay in your mythical nationalism. We hate these people. We hate these people. How does that build alliance for you to achieve your objective?
Thank you. So now that's a Eurocentric position where he compares what we doing, and he went right to Jewish and Germans, and then not recognizing that America went to war to get Jewish people free. They didn't free themselves. America then went to find a place to put the Jewish people, which is how they got into the state of Israel, when historically they was going to go to many different places: South Africa, Haiti, and South America. I'm sorry, not South Africa. Africa, South America, and Haiti were the places that they was going to go to before they settled in that. So clearly they had somebody fighting for them. Here's how you know we're not Eurocentric. There aren't nations fighting for black people to liberate them. There aren't nobody saying we care about black people enough to create an anti-black bill. Where's the anti-black bill anywhere? Because as you talking about Israelites, we're the minority. Black people have been over here for 500 years. What African nations has fought for any liberation? Like the American whites, when they saw what was happening to the Jewish people in Germany, they started World War II. What did the Africans do for the slavery that was happening in America? Nothing. Nothing whatsoever. So black people, what did they have to do? Fend for ourselves. That's what we have to do. So as Israelites, what do? Fend for ourselves. It's not about hatred. We don't harm nobody. We don't preach harm to nobody. We just preach to our brothers and sisters to build for ourselves. And what do we build? And ISUBK, we got farms. I'm down here in Texas. We got farms down here in Texas and Louisiana. The animals, the food that we ate, we produced ourselves. The grass, Capt are down here. If I was to show y'all, hold on one second real fast. Hold on one second. Let me show y'all something. When you say what we doing, hold on one second. Cut my camera off real fast. Hold on. Let me grab this here. Where that box at? I gotta find that box. God damn it. I'm trying to find. Oh, here it go. Right now, Captain Tazaryach just transferred to New York. So even the grass, even the vegetables that we ate.
You mean in Texas?
In Texas. So even the vegetation that we eating, we made it ourselves. So we building exactly what's supposed to be built, following the law, statutes, and commandments, dealing in economics, agriculture, education, everything that is required. So when you make a comparison saying that the Jewish man still dealt with the Germans, that's because they destroyed the Germans. That's how. They went to war with the Germans, beat the Germans. So now my counter question to you, just as America went to war for Jewish people to free them from the Holocaust, can you tell me the African nations that has fought for the slaves in America with America, and I don't mean no economic and getting no damn paperwork done, who has went to literal war in America to free black people?
First of all, to answer your question, is based on a false premise that America went to save Jews in Europe. That's a lie. You can't prove it anywhere. This is the way they talk. They just put a lot of false things together, and you think they are saying the truth. They talk fast. First of all, Germany, it was not because of the Jews that America went into Europe. It was because Nazis were capturing European countries. They've captured France. They were going into UK. They were capturing European countries. It was not because of the Jews were a side story. They were not the main headline for Europeans. Jews were being killed. America never went there. It was because they started capturing other white countries. They captured France. They were going into UK. And then it was the British Prime Minister that came into America and said, hey, Churchill, and said, we need you guys to come and help us. These people are taking over our country. America went there to protect white European alliance. And when they conquered Nazi Germany, there was something called Zionism. It was an ideology that convinced white America to get together, including other people, to go and build a Jewish nation. It was never because Jewish had arms or there was some superpower that came to help them to conquer Germany on their behalf. It was the ideology of Zionism to build alliance. They were not built into tribal hatred or ethnic nationalism, which you are doing. They were looking for strategic geopolitics. It goes beyond emotion. It's not emotional thing. It is a strategic scientific thinking. They said, these people did bad to us, but now that the nation has fallen, can we build back and use the same Germans and other Europeans who threw us out to build our nation? And they succeeded in doing it. Today, Israel rules America, controls all your industry, even in Germany and in Europe. Despite they were killed and 6 million of them. So your question, the premise of your question is false. Now, did Africa come to rescue? No, Africa did not come to rescue. Africa was not a nation. Africa was a continent. It was a kingdom. And Africa was also colonized. Africa, all the people that were brought into the America were taken out of the African labor force, were taken out of the African market force. So Africa was already on its knees, and it's still surviving to try to rise from that shadow. But the counter question I'm putting to you is, do you want the Hamite to come and save the Israelite? I thought that God will save you.
No, the counter question is not for Hamites to come and save the Israelites.
Oh,
I asked that question. I asked that question, and just to backtrack, and I'll send you this link. When it talks about give me Liberia or give me death, on April 12th of 1980, a band of 17 men stormed Liberia's presidential palace. Despite being low-ranking soldiers in the army, they decided to take matters in their own hand, finding the president. All the government officials he arrested were members of the Americo-Liberian ethnic group. Why is that important? He wants you to believe that they had this cohesive unit, and they didn't. This group had ruled Liberia since 1847. Descendants of former slaves and African Americans who made their way to the U.S. continent. They kept a tight rein on power in the country by force because they did not get along with the Africans like they're trying to make it seem. President William Tolbert, the man executed by the conspirators when they entered the executive mansion, was the grandson of a former slave in South Carolina, because when they got there, they did not agree. With all that said, he made a comparison of the Jewish, the Germans, people going to war. When I mentioned the United States helping the Jewish people, and he gives a more detailed history of it, I was just getting to the meat and potatoes. The whites didn't win until America got involved. Facts. But he cannot show an African nation that has ever done anything for black people. Even the Haitians were told that they're not African enough when they wanted to join the African Union. Africa keeps themselves separate. They have a right to keep themselves separate. I'm not angry at them keeping themselves separate, but you can't tell me I'm Eurocentric when clearly if Africans are keeping themselves separate, if white people are keeping themselves separate, it sounds like the only people that have a problem understanding what being separate is black people, because black people, they want to mix with white people, they want to mix with African people, Indian people, everybody except ourselves. So there's nothing Eurocentric about anything that we do by building the Israelite school of UPK under the law, statutes, and commandments of God. If you say to drop the Bible, what belief system are we supposed to pick up that identifies the ethnicity of black people in America? That's my last question I got.
Well, the Bible is not, many people believe in Bible who are not black people. So the identity of Bible is not a definition of people.
That's not what I said.
I'm coming. People don't need Bible to be able to define their ethnicity. You have so many ethnicity in America that do not use any Bible to be able to get an identity. So for African Americans, of course, they have their own history. They have their own.
What is it? What is their history?
Their history, you said it. You said they are from the continent of Africa.
What is their history?
I'm coming then. From the continent of Africa, that's a history. You have a history from a continent that is the origin.
What is it? What is history? What is Black history? What is it?
You are not listening. I said the continent of Africa and all of its civilization is the intellectual property of Black people anywhere in the world.
What does that even mean? What does that even mean? That's not telling us what our history is. You just made a stupid statement. It's like going to a museum.
It sounds stupid to you because you are not intellectually
What is the history?
understanding it.
What is the history of Black people in America?
You are not listening. You are just trying to talk to yourself. I just told you they come from a landmass. You don't call people Black people. Does not designate ethnicity or land. It's a skin color. That's why they are called African American, to be tied to a land where their ancestor originates from. Europeans use the word Caucasian. A land to a Caucasus is a geography. It is not. The word white people, they use it in the media, but that's not what they use as their ethnicity. If you ask them, they are either from a part in Europe. They will mention Europe or where they come from. They are Europeans. So your ancestry is Africa, and Africa has one of the longest history in the world, which you can tap into to establish even your contemporary history, your contribution to America, your contribution to American democracy, your contribution to science and technology. You don't need no Bible to be able to build that identity for yourself, your collective
That's not what I asked you.
You don't need no Bible to build that.
That's not what I asked you. What I asked you was, if we throw away the Bible, what gives Black people their identity?
Their political history.
Political history is identity?
Their political history, their ethnic history,
what
and
tribe
their
are you from?
history.
Hey, in Africa,
Look,
what tribe are you from?
I don't think you understand anthropology. Have you even done any course in anthropology?
What tribe are you from? What tribe are you from in Africa?
Have you done any course in anthropology to cultural identity?
No.
Okay.
What tribe are you from in Africa? What tribe are you from in Africa?
I want to give you an anthropology lesson.
I don't need an anthropology. I don't need an anthropology lesson.
Okay, let me give you some lesson. Cultural identity is based on 3 factors. Okay, it's based on historical factor, which is what is your collective history, what have happened to you as a people. That is your historical factor. Then there is a psychological factor to say that we are emotionally tied together, or we have common thread, or we have common origin. Those psychological factors tie you together. There's so many literature. There is a genre of literature called the African American literature, which is make your culture very distinct from any other people. And you have the linguistic.
What is it though? What is it?
What do you mean? What is it?
What is Black culture? What is it?
You call it Black culture. I call it African American culture.
Okay, what is African American culture? What is it?
African American culture is African American history.
What
do you mean?
Did he just say another word to say another word? What is it? Give it to me.
What do you mean? What is it?
I'll answer. Here's what Black people suffer from. Black people suffer from identity. What tribe are you from in Africa?
I'm not from a tribe.
What are you from?
I'm from a nationality, and I'm also from.
What is it? What is it? Mandinka. Give me something about Mandinka. What do they do? How do they live?
What do you want me to give to you? Mandinka is just a name of a language.
How do y'all live? That's a village or a city?
They are Muslims. They are Muslims and they practice Islam. That's all.
All of them? That's it? That's your whole history?
Majority of what you say is that's why you are not understanding when I'm telling you.
Just asking a question.
Okay,
I'm just asking you a question.
Calm down. The Mandinka history, if I take it for example, it will include even some African American history, because the Mali Empire, which was the empire that existed when slavery was going on, where a group of Black people built an empire based on their shared culture and history and be able to understand themselves. They built a nation called Mali Empire. They built a law. They gave themselves a law that was called the Kurukan Fuga. It was not built on any book. It was not built on any revelation. It was just based on more cultural understanding. It was from that Mali Empire that split into a group. Today, I'm found in Liberia. You find Mandinka in Gambia. You find Mandinka in Ivory Coast. We are not necessarily in the same country today.
Hello?
So
But DJ,
that
you're
doesn't
supposed to be
mean
in
we
the
don't
house.
have the
Mommy
common
said you shouldn't be
history.
outside with them.
All right.
So all Mandinka are not in the same country today. We are found in different parts of the world.
Next
So
to you, besides the Mandinka, right? Is there another tribe next to you?
what do you mean next tribe next to you?
Like another village, and Mandinka's in Africa, right?
Mandinka, yeah, it was an empire before, but now it no longer exists.
Right. And so but there's another empire that was next to him. There's another village. There's another culture of Africans that's next to him,
An
right?
empire is not a village. And it was an
Jesus
empire.
Christ.
There was Mali Empire, there was Ghana Empire, there was Ouagadougou Empire. But I'm
Was
telling
there,
you, those
any other cultures,
empires,
was there any other cultures besides the Mandinka culture in Africa?
there are so many cultures. There was a Benin
It
Empire.
was a lot. It was a lot of them, right?
There was a lot of them.
They all have a different way they practice, right?
Similarity and differences.
Right. So when you say
yeah.
black people, so when you say black people's culture is in Africa, and there's so many different cultures in Africa, which black people are a part of those cultures in Africa?
Right. Because
is it just pick which one you like?
No, it's not pick which one we like. It's like asking.
So how do you identify it?
Good. What culture does white America practice from Europe?
I don't give a fuck about white people. I don't know.
Oh, now you don't give a fuck because you know it's the same principle. When you are no longer in your original land or the empire you were in is broken, people pick pieces of that empire and rebuild something new everywhere in the world.
But they pick pieces of empire they know. If they Irish, if they know that they're Irish, they pick Irish. If
is America built on Irish civilization?
You asked about white people. You brought white people into the conversation. I want everybody to pay attention to. The only person that is bringing white people into the conversation is him because he's Eurocentric.
No, I'm not Eurocentric.
Because you just brought white people into this conversation when I was telling you.
That's not what Eurocentric is.
There are many different cultures in Africa. So to tell black people collectively, you say collectively, we all share this experience. So collectively, black people in America share slavery experience, slave losing our identity experience. So now when it comes to identifying what you were before slavery, you say you got to go back to Africa. But even you just admitted the Mandinka is one culture. Then you have another culture. Then you have another culture. So then that means that there are many different cultures in Africa, correct?
I said the Mandinka was an empire. The empire got broken and people found themselves in different countries. But what happened when you leave to go to a different country?
Mandinka's not, we about to go in circles again, man. You just admitted that there are many. That's why you try to use the white argument to say
Captain, there were several empires on the continent. There were several empires.
I'm not arguing that. That's not my argument. My argument is when you tell a black man that he go back to Africa, that is fucking stupid because there's 40 countries in Africa. I'm in complete control. You can't
watch your language and control yourself.
I don't have to watch anything. When you tell black people to go back to Africa, it's as dumb as telling black people they're African American. It doesn't give them an identity. It doesn't give them a culture. They end up picking one. What separates us as Israelites is we go historically to identify who we are so we can have a culture, morality, code of ethics.
So now, why do you have
I'm giving you 15 minutes past my time.
You can give yourself time, not me. So what I'm saying is, why did
before you speak, I want to stop us both on this point.
Yeah, you can say this is my time. Don't say you give me. You can give me time.
I said stopping both of us. I don't know why you need to control yourself. I said I'm stopping both of us to
control yourself, Captain.
You should control yourself. So I'll give you 5 minutes. What should I? Then we can stop now. Then
you can speak to the moderator, but you can't tell me. You can't give me time.
We can stop now.
All right. So here it is. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna stop now. So now I'm gonna ask you the question, Captain. Can we find a topic that y'all can get in the ring with and have this professional debate?
No.
Hold on, Cap. You saying that he's not qualified or something?
Yes, he's not.
So the Jews that you sat down with,
Captain, what is your educational level?
Hold on, brother. Hold on. So you're saying, Captain, them Jews that you sat down with, you saying they were more qualified than Sekou? Come on, Cap, man. You got to at least, come on, brother. All right, Captain. Are you saying that the Jews that you sat down with, they are more qualified than Sekou is?
So when you say qualified, right? When I do debates, interviews, XYZ, I didn't know who it was that I was sitting down with. The guy Matan asked me if I would come out there. He has 1.2 million subscribers. That's exposure. It has nothing to do with how intelligent or unintelligent they was. I didn't know who it was going to be on that whole entire platform. So that's a weird question to ask me. But with Sekou, I don't know him. And so far, there's nothing that he said that makes me say I want to debate him. And as I said 6 weeks ago, I'm not debating just anybody. If I don't feel it, I don't do it. So I'm not feeling it.
All right, I respect you on that. But Captain,
Right.
you talked about Africans who came to try to save and help Black people, African Americans. You got to know, you got Patrice Lumumba that's out there. You got Sekou Touré. And remember, you got Robert Mugabe, who also came here to try to get African Americans to go back and start land out there where he was at. Robert Mugabe, brother. So that's 3 that I could name. I'm quite sure Sekou probably could name more, but I'll name 3. All right. Thank you, brother. All right, Captain. Close out, and then I'm going to let Sekou go ahead and continue. And you can continue, Sekou, bringing all the other ones that you had if you want.
Listen, man, I'm pretty sure he can find some Israelite that would like to debate him. But as far as me, I have no interest. Y'all enjoy yourself.
All right, peace, man.
All right, peace.
Go ahead, Captain. Captain. So, sa.neter.
Cool. You want to do finish off?
Yeah. I'll finish up, and probably I will I will organize a presentation. It kind of pains me that you make it seem as if I'm begging Captain for a debate. I don't care about Captain debate.
No, I'm the one that had to set it up because I know that would have been a powerful debate. You know what I'm saying? I'm the one that
he doesn't make any video without talking about African.
Right.
Now the Africans show up.
Figure out why you can't come up with a topic on that, Cap.
sa.neter, he has video. He said you can't be Israelite, you can't be African and be Israelite. Then he go to Mark Lamont and says there are Ashanti tribe who are Israelite. Then why did you go to the Jewish people and tell them that African cannot be Israelite? Why didn't you make the difference? Why didn't you say some? Because you are pushing an agenda to create hate for African people. That's white supremacy. He intentionally uses the word African when he's with white people. But when he said with African or Black people who knows the history, then he make the difference. Then he said, oh, no, there are Levite or there are Harriet Tubman come from Ashanti tribe, and the Ashanti were Hebrew Israelite. So why did you then hate on the African? Because the Ashanti are still in Ghana. They haven't left. These are the questions he doesn't want to answer. Now he's playing double game. Well, I said some, but I forgot at that time. I generalized. You didn't forget. You were intentionally using the word African. Now that we got you caught, then you say, well, some of them. sa.neter, so many times you got him on your video. When he uses the word African, does he make a difference between them?
No, no.
Hell no. Until tonight, he's making difference. He's saying that because he knows he cannot prove that Africans are Hamites. The Bible does not say that. It is the European who did that interpretation. That's why we're trying. What about Canaan? I asked him, who was from the Middle East. He's the son of Ham. Then he danced around that. Then,
somebody said, I know there's other people who would love to debate Sekou. Yeah, there's a lot of people, but I don't want to just get anybody for Sekou. I want to get somebody that, somebody that knows his stuff, That
Captain, let me tell you why Captain is not debating. Let me tell you the truth.
Yeah,
Captain does not debate. When you take him outside the Bible, he gets confused. Because this will put him on a research to talk about sources that he will have to bring outside of the Bible. He doesn't want to do that. Because with the Bible verse, you can change it. You can say, it doesn't mean this, it means that this is what I believe, and he can go ahead. But now you have to prove. When you say there was a land of Judah in West Africa, you got to prove that. Where was the land of Israel in West Africa? He knew he can't prove it.
You was asking some good questions, though. Say, yo, I like the way you compared the Europeans when you say they was doing this back then and making the watermelon faces on black people, and then you brought it up to Captain, and I was like, God damn, that shit was hard. Because they do that. Not, I ain't just saying Captain, but Israelites do have Africans out there looking crazy. And that's what Europeans was doing to us.
Yes.
So that was powerful right there, man. Damn.
Everything the Europeans did to our people in America, they are doing the same thing. That's why I say, the separation. You know, among the Hebrew Israelites, there are some Hebrew Israelites, they say, if you are a Messianic Hebrew Israelite, you cannot come into our temple. You discriminating people. You are saying you are African, you can't come here. We can't give you our food. This is what Jim Crow was doing. You can't drink here because you are black. You can't get in the bus because you are black. So if you build a Hebrew Israelite nation tomorrow, it's going to be a Jim Crow country. That's all I'm trying to tell him.
Well, let me put this out there.
Pastor Bennett, I will come to the part of the contradiction.
All right, hold on for 1 minute. We're going to get to that. You ever heard of, you know Pastor Bennett?
I know Pastor Bennett.
Pastor Bennett said he would take you on, brother. I think that'd be good. He's a Christian. He's a pastor.
Yeah, well, this was not prepared for a Christian. I wanted to deal with the Hebrew Israelites.
I know.
But if Pastor Bennett wants to debate me, he can put out what he wanted to debate. I would take it. But this was specifically dealing with the Hebrew Israelite.
Okay, give me the contradictions. Let's see what you got.
Let's see the contradictions. sa.neter, they said, if you ask Captain, the black Africans sell Africans in West Africa, he will say, no, Africans sold Hebrew Israelites. So Africans just picked up Hebrew Israelites exclusively and sold them. If that is true, then we should not find anybody worshiping voodoo among the slaves that came. We have to find people who are Hebrew Israelites. But when we go to Haiti, which they call Levi in their tribe, Haiti is Levi, but Haiti is voodoo 100%. Why did the Hebrew Israelite turn to voodoo and we're still Hebrew Israelite? How did they have, if you go to Brazil, which all of them having they worshiping the gods of the Yoruba people. So you cannot explain. Then let's go to King James. They said King James was a black man who translated the King James Bible. Now, King James, if he is black, that means he is Hebrew Israelite. His entire descendants were responsible for the 14th, 15th century slavery. That means Hebrew were responsible for Hebrew enslavement because their brother, King James, was king. And some of his activities led to the enslavement, some of the law, the companies that he founded, those companies were responsible to buy slaves few centuries later. So a black king who translated the King James is now responsible for building a company that went into Africa to buy Hebrew Israelites. They have to now explain to all how their brother King James sold them into slavery. This is what I wanted to. Another contradiction, they said the Hamite betrayed the Hebrew Israelite. And the Hebrew Israelite went into slavery. Well, I thought the curse of Ham, it said that the Hamite would be slaves. They will be slaves to the Shemites. So how did Hamite sell you into slavery? Because your Bible says the Hamite, the son of Canaan, was supposed to be slave to his brothers. So how come the person who was supposed to be slave sold you into slavery? Maybe I will bring it back. Let me repeat it again so I know that you get it. In Genesis, yes, the Noah's son Ham, his son was cursed. The son name was Canaan. He said, "Cursed be on Canaan, slave or slave you shall be to your brothers." For the European, that's what black people became slave. Now, for the Hebrew Israelite, we Hamites were the one who sold them in slavery. But the Bible doesn't say Hamite were supposed to sell you into slavery. Hamite were supposed to be slaves.
Right. That's, oh man, got you. You got him on that one.
Yeah. Where can you show me that Hamite were supposed to sell you into slavery? I thought Hamite were supposed to be the slaves.
Woo! You got him on that one. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Because Hamites, the children of Canaan, are supposed to be slave to Shemites. They're supposed to be slave to the to Japhet. So now, how come the Shemite became slave and the Hamite were the master selling them? That is opposite of the prophecy.
Fire right
Contradictions. Captain cannot explain these things. So these are the things. And Captain said in one of his videos that there was a land of Judah in West Africa, which was an Israelite land, based on a false map. I wanted to catch him on that one. He was escaping. I wanted him to put the map up because there was a map older than that debunked that story. He said there was a land of Judah in West Africa. They were Israelite. I challenged Captain to put that nonsense where I am, and I would be able to debunk it in front of him. So the entire Hebrew Israelite thing is based on a lie. That's all I wanted to prove, and he's running away. Hamites sold the Shemites. Is that the Bible prophecy? I want that I want them to explain that. So basically, that's it tonight. Since he run away and he doesn't want to debate, I'm here. But I'm telling the Hebrew Israelite philosophy is very funny. First of all, they are not hoping to go to heaven. They don't believe in heaven. They don't believe in hell. And they don't believe that they are going to rebuild Israel. He told Mark Lamont they are waiting for Jesus to take them in the sky. So black people will remain in slavery until Jesus comes to take them to the sky. Is that the liberation that we are waiting for? I would rather be the black Muslim who are trying to build the nation of Islam. I don't believe them, but they are practical because they want to build a nation to free from America. You are waiting for Jesus to pick you to the sky, so you will stay in slavery forever. This ideology is contradictory. It does not represent a liberation ideology. And Captain is running away because he cannot prove things outside the Bible. He used a dictionary in one of his interviews that says that the Hamites are dark-skinned people and not Negro. And he said the African American are the Negro and the Africans are the dark-skinned people. He doesn't know the meaning of Negro, maybe. He doesn't know that the person who wrote that dictionary is actually saying Negroes are not human beings. That Hamites are Noah's children. The Negro came from animals. They are not real human. They are not fully human. That's what that person was saying. And he didn't understand it. And he claimed to be the Negro in that dictionary. And he doesn't know the dictionary is saying he is the animal and the Hamites are the human being. God damn it, Captain. So this is all I wanted to show, is a group that are full of contradiction. The movement is, I will do a presentation, sa.neter, and come and do it slide by slide.
Let me know when you're ready. When you think you're ready, next week?
I can get it ready next week, and I will show all the contradiction videos of Captain. I will show all of them one by one. Yeah.
All right, good. All right, so thank you, Sekou, for coming on. The people know that you were more than qualified. Here's the poll right here that I took. As you can see, they got you 81% to 19%. And Sekou ready. They like, yeah, of course he ready. So there's the poll right there.
sa.neter, I have a diploma in social service work from Conestoga College. I'm doing a degree in psychology. I'm a counselor of addiction treatment. Captain say I'm not qualified. What is Captain qualification to tell me I'm not qualified? I'm doing a degree in psychology. I have a diploma in social service work. I'm an addiction treatment worker. How qualified is he compared to me, even academically?
I think Apostle want to ask you a question before you go. That's him calling me. Apostle, what you want, man?
Yeah, no, I told him, I'm calling him to let him know. I'll be his Huckleberry.
Nah, nope.
No, why not?
Nah, I need somebody that's strong, man. Come on, man.
I tell you what, tell him to show and prove that the person that said The Negro is not the Hamite, the Egyptian.
No, I don't want no weak Hebrew. I got to get a strong Hebrew, brother. I don't want no weak brother, man. Come on. He don't want to just wait this Jew somebody weak. You know,
know his sources when he just made that thing, that note that we are made from animals. That's what the guy meant. Where did you get that from? Because that is not the text where I read talking about Ham's son, Noah's son Ham, meaning the Hamites, the Ethiopian, the Egyptian, the Libyan, the Put, the Sudan, and all the rest of them, along with the midgets, and then the real tall guys, the Wasusi. Those are Hamites. And he said, not the Negro. The Negro is a Shemite. Now that is a dictionary that says that.
Apostle, let me just destroy you 1 second. Okay. Apostle, do you know the name of the dictionary?
I'm gonna give it to you.
Okay.
You said what?
I'm gonna hold that back.
Hold on.
Give him the name of the dictionary?
Yeah, I know the name of the dictionary.
The
Go
Bible
ahead.
dictionary.
Now,
Hold
how
on.
you read, Apostle? What are you talking?
What is it?
Hold on, sa.neter. Hold on. Hold on.
What is it?
Do you know the name?
Yeah.
What is the name?
I'm asking you what's the name.
Uh-oh. You came to debunk it.
I'm asking you what's your source.
No. You came
Yeah,
and said, I'm the one who asked you a question. I'm the one who asked you a question.
No, I'm asking.
Apostle. You can't talk what
You're doing this, but you don't know.
Because you're talking over people, bro. He's the one that asked you the question. You ain't asking him the question. Come on, man. You the one came in here saying you'll be the Huckleberry.
Yeah, so that's why I came here to ask him a question.
Give me the name of the dictionary if you even know what I'm talking about.
I have that right. He just made a statement. I have the right to come up here and tell him the source.
What is the source?
I came here to find out what is his source. That
No.
says, that guy that said that says we from an animal.
sa.neter.
I'm asking him what is the source.
sa.neter.
And he ought to say
All
it.
right, be quiet now,
I know
Apostle.
what I'm talking about.
Now, the reason I ask him for the dictionary is because if I mention any dictionary, he's going to flip-flop. That's why I'm asking him to mention the dictionary so we can stick to it.
Right, exactly.
He don't know what I'm gonna do. It's
all right. Never mind. Yo, I'm out of here. Yo, Sekou, we out, man.
It's on to him to
Right,
source
we out,
it up.
peace, brother. We out.
It's
Yeah.
on to him to source it up.
All right. We out of here, Apostle.
Yeah, I know he's running.
Yeah, he running. He running. And so am I. Hey, everybody in the back, I'm out of here, y'all. I'm out of here, y'all. I appreciate y'all coming through. Let me see what my man Black Sage got to say. Black Sage, what up, brother? Black Sage?
Yo, I can't hear you.
Yeah,
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. Yo, you got to go out and come back in, Black Sage.
I can't hear you.
Yeah, go out.
Go out.
Oh, I can hear you now.
Okay, what's up, brother?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah. All right, what's happening, man?
No, I was just saying, like, Sekou had a really incoherent argument. I understand why Capt wouldn't want to debate it. He didn't really have an argument. Sekou really cut himself. He just don't know how he cut himself. So I understand that, and I'll show you how he cut himself while y'all waving y'all hands like little fanboys and girls. He talked about the empires of Mali and the Shanghai empires. It's easy to take extra biblical sources outside of the Bible and show Black Jews living and ruling in those lands in Mali.
Are you saying that he's not qualified to debate Tazaryach, but the Jews,
he's not.
Jews that was up there, they were qualified?
No, what I'm
You know,
saying is,
Tazaryach not qualified to bring out that information, y'all.
Answer
Right?
the question. The
what,
Jews.
what I'm saying is, what I'm saying is, what I'm saying.
Hold on, brother. Was them Jews qualified to debate Captain Tazaryach? Not only them Jews, but them white boys you see him with, them pastors and preachers and all of them. You saying that they were more qualified?
Yeah, I'm saying, yeah. Let me. If you listen, I'll tell you why they were more qualified. Because they were listen.
Go ahead.
Because they were debating their own belief. He's debating against.
What?
Listen,
Captain talks about Africa all day.
bro, you ain't you not.
That you
sa.neter.
come up with
You want to make this emotional because you think you riding a wave.
Go ahead.
You think you riding a wave.
No,
he
go
was
ahead,
debating those Israelis. Those Israelis, he's debating their religion. You understand what I'm saying? So they were qualified to have the argument about what they believe. Captain doesn't believe what they believe. He doesn't think
believe
that
what
they're
Africans believe, brother.
listen to what I'm saying. Sekou did not bring a coherent argument.
He brought a lot of them, man. He accused.
Listen. Let me explain. Let me explain. Then I'm gonna let y'all go.
Go ahead.
Then I'm gonna let y'all go.
All right.
Sekou says, I can show y'all contradictions. Captain Tazaryach, ISUPK don't like Africans. That's their doctrine. That's what ISUPK believes, right? The problem is that the things that Sekou was using for his arguments were white supremacist arguments. Y'all don't get that, because when you start talking about what's a Hamite, who's this, who's that, those are white supremacist arguments. The Bible doesn't say anything what Sekou said. That's all I'm saying. I mean, it wasn't really hard to, it really wasn't hard to see it, but if you don't study how Captain studies, then it's different. I do agree with JJ that that's not Captain Tazaryach's wheelhouse. I agree with that.
All right. Now Yara. He challenged him on the Hamite situation. That's all they talk about is the Africans are Hamites. He said, show me a Hamite, prove a Hamite. He did all of that. He even talked about Judah. Come on, yo, you got to go back and listen to the video.
No, I listened to the video. I listened to the whole thing.
He heard it.
All right. Let me go on over. Hold on, Apostle. Let me see what you got. JJ.
Yeah, man. I'm careful the way you just treated me.
Go ahead, JJ.
Apostle, come on, man. Please, elder.
What you got, Jay?
Yeah, man. Now, what I observed here was somebody in fear of coming outside the Bible, someone who don't really have the knowledge like what Yara have on that topic, because there's something came up that Sekou challenged Tazaryach with. He's not well equipped to even do this because he hates Africa so much. When he said, "Can you prove that there's Israelites in West Africa?" We can go to before 1492, because this is me and Chris Harris' argument, and the rest of these got dang on pseudo. I would have bust your head, Sekou. I'm gonna be honest, because the Mandinka people has a rich cultural heritage of some subclans that claim descent from ancient Israel. Why you think I was Mandinka Malian? I traced some of my people there, but they weren't on that level yet. So I just had to step to the side.
All right, but keep it on Sekou.
No.
Keep it on Sekou.
Let me teach, bro. The Kita clan, the ruling dynasty of Malians, was some traditions linked to the biblical prophets and Jewish ancestry. You got the Kohen family, descendants of Moroccan Jewish traders. I mean, I could go through a whole list, but you always cut my wisdom, bro.
Because it's not about you, brother. I'm asking you about him and Tazaryach. What do you think?
Listen. There was a lot of debates that could have came about this, but both of them.
Right, there you go.
Yeah, neither one of them was gonna. They just duck it. See, Sekou, you was up here acting like LeBron instead of a Mamba mentality or Kobe or Michael. You didn't close the game. You had him on the ropes, bro. You should have been make him defend that 12 tribes chart. He runs from me from it. He runs from everybody else. That's his weakness. But Tazaryach, I'm disappointed in you because you forgot where you came from.
If it wasn't for this channel over here, sir, you wouldn't be on the little channels and stuff. So don't ever forget that. But you like when you was going against the white girl Lily, you wasn't acting like that. She called you a nigga on there, and you sat there proper. Let us not forget.
I didn't see that shit, Jay.
Yes. So I don't like the way you think that Sekou ain't qualified, or anybody else that's on this goddamn channel. And then you said the F word 3 or 4 times. Where's Mr. Discipline and decorum? The only reason to let you get away with that is because you was there from the beginning.
Right. That's my man. That's my man. Captain is my brother, man.
Sometimes you gotta let that go, bro. You gotta let that go and look and see. He think he bigger than the whole picture over here, and you're not. You're a weak debater. You won't defend that 12 tribes charge if your life depended on it. See, Sekou, that's where you should have came in at. And then Tazaryach, if you say you can prove that you're an Israelite, then you should say yes, there is Israelites in West Africa. How the hell you think my family got over here? They had to come from the door of no return, you idiot. How did they get over here from Mexico and Guatemala? These are two that Tazaryach, you're supposed to be well more advanced in debating to come up with these weak ass arguments. You looked as soft up here, you looked weak, you looked defeated, and you got around these white folks. You would never do that on Adam 22. No, you wouldn't, sir. You sit there and you wait for your goddamn turn. You don't interrupt. This one I'm telling you, son, he didn't got two. Let me get this guy. Look, son, you know what I'm gonna do? Just what I'm gonna do for you, Tazaryach. This is what I'm gonna do for you. I know you're gonna debate the 12 tribes chart, so I'm gonna take your place for Sekou. And Sekou, I'm gonna tell you this: I can prove that there was Israelites in Africa in 1492, before 1492.
All right, Jay. Let me go to Suntan.
You say you wanted somebody qualified to debate this guy, since you putting him up now. I'm that guy.
Yeah, let JJ run at
over
it.
me.
Let me go to Sekou.
Ain't got this type of information when it comes to this topic right here.
All right, let me go to Suntan right quick. Suntan, go ahead.
You be missing out on good debates.
What I seen Captain do was dab on that ideology when he put up about, and it's very important how he put up how they make the watermelon thing, how the white people, the Europeans made us look bad with the watermelons and all these type of things. But my man Captain, and the Israelites, his crew, they do the same thing with Africans. They, put them out like they just a dirty, stinking African. But and Sekou was ready to engage him on that, and it didn't go nowhere. So far as the audience is concerned, and the problem that the Israelites is, they all right with me. They just would not face the fact. And I think it's just a thing where as we've been, we've been put down so long, and we've been down so long. We out to make our bones. We out to build a, society and everything like this. But they won't. I don't know why they can't get to the fact that they're not the only ones who the Most High looks at. Like they the first, and then they saying, even let's say we were stuck to their ideology and their narrative. If all of this happened like they said it was, then once we are saved, we have to bow to them in this so-called new kingdom. So that's completely not the way that I think of it. And I'm right because they are no different than me or you, sa.neter.
All right. King J, what you seen in this discussion here?
It seemed like basically Captain pretty much is scared to, like you said, step out of the Bible. Sekou probably would have hit him with some outside sources, some primary sources, and got him out of his comfort zone. And so that's pretty much. Captain has a image to uphold, so he's not gonna get in the ring where any situations that's gonna make him look bad. You know what I'm saying? So that's my take on that.
I agree with that.
All right, seven Assad, man. What do you think? What are you seeing in this?
Cap is all cap. He running from Sekou because Sekou was breaking him down in those discussions right there.
Yo, why you talking, Apostle?
Because you ignored me.
Yeah, you the first one that was talking, brother. I brought you on first.
You came back and these guys
wasn't there. Just hold on, man. Damn, you the first one that was talking. Go ahead.
Oh, you kicked me off the show.
That's because you can't stop talking, man.
Brother, what are you talking about? It was just me and you.
He disrupted it now.
Oh,
God, man.
You keep talking, man, and you shut the fuck up, huh? Cause the next thing you don't know, huh?
Apostle, you go after him.
All right. Come on, 7 a star.
Yeah. Man, like I said, Sekou was dismantling his arguments. And then one thing that you could have got him on when he asked you was the Bible European or Eurocentric, you should have asked him which Bible, right? Because there are a lot of European written Bibles. King James is one of them, even though they claim that he's to be black. I don't know if Tazaryach attributes to that. Then he was referring to the Africans that were enslaving and selling other Africans. He was referring to those Africans as black people, like they weren't Africans. He didn't even use the word Israelites. He said black. You Africans were taking black people and enslaving them like those people weren't Africans. You see the propaganda that they be spitting, and he was spitting propaganda, negative propaganda about African people and our ancestry. My DNA, I'm 89% African, right? So why would I look at myself as an Israelite where I have no proof of that, but I do have proof of my African, not only through genealogy, but also through DNA. And you want to step up here and fool black people and act like we not African. Our ancestry isn't rooted in Africa. And this is an issue I have with a lot of the FBA as well. Because a lot of these black people who so-called FBAs who talking against Africans, they have African ancestry DNA. Probably majority of their DNA is African. But we have people like Captain Tazaryach that comes on here, spreads his propaganda, don't really want to talk to people who really can engage in a real conversation about his ideology. He doesn't want his ideology to be challenged. Sekou, you've been challenging his ideology, and it's been showing to be faulty. And Mandinka Pseudo, you'll have your chance and time to talk. Let me speak without interruption. But like I said, brother Sekou, I applaud you for what you did right there with him. You're willing to engage with him, and you clearly see the captain is running, right? He's a track star. He's running, and there is nothing that he can say to convince us that you are unqualified, and what he has can trump your information. I'll land my plane there.
All right. Apostle, what you got, man?
I want to share my screen real quick.
No, we ain't doing none of that. We're not doing none of that.
It's about what he said.
Nah, we ain't doing none of that.
Nope. About what he said.
Brother, what do you have right now? We are sharing no.
What I have right now.
You gotta keep it going, man. You want to say 7 aside?
I want to share the screen.
What I want to share the screen to show through the Buffett information, through that conference, why Israel is there, why America got involved in World War II.
This the screen I'm going to share right here, Apostle.
What?
This the screen I'm going to share.
This
I asked the audience, are you ready for Sekou? And 100% said no. That's the screen I'm going to share.
Give a shit about their poll.
All right, that's the screen.
And not one of them guys on your channel, on your chat, will step up here and debate me.
Back. Tell him, Apostle.
I done busted you up many a times, Apostle. I ain't scared of you. I busted you. Apostle, I don't even know the book as much as you, but I proved you wrong about Jacob's. I proved you wrong about Jacob's wife.
Hold on, everybody, hold on. Everybody, hold on, man. Dinka, hold on. Let me ask Yara. Black
was good.
Are you willing to step in the ring with Sekou?
I'll step in the ring with Sekou, but I think JJ can take him too.
It was
he hides these guys from me.
That's comedy.
I will tell you right now, through my years of watching people debate and my experience, he will drag fucking JJ. He will ragdoll you,
Just set the
Elder
debate
Yara.
up, bro, and
He
stop
will
being silly.
ragdoll
Now you
Apostle
disrespecting.
Yara.
I got the
He will
proof right
Hold
now.
on.
Facts.
Why do you
Facts.
Proof right
Why do
now.
you think?
Hold
Hold
on.
on.
Hold on. He talking. Let's sa.neter
Finish,
talk.
man. Why do you think Tazaryach ran from him, bro? He will
It's
ragdoll y'all, man.
let me hold on, son. Hold on, son. Hold on.
You want the smoke, Yara? I
Hold
can
on.
He cut me off.
No.
see if
Me.
you ever get
No,
him.
Yara said
I
me.
love to
Don't
see
try
y'all
to
right
say
Hey,
there.
listen
Why
listen to what I'm saying.
me off?
Hold on, listen to what I'm saying.
Give
Because
me the goddamn respect.
hey, Apostle, it's cool, bro. Y'all gotta
Why can't I say what I want
You
to say?
don't have no respect for nobody, Apostle.
y'all gotta
me
let me
off.
say this. Let me say this.
Yeah,
You the
yeah.
one that got this image out here, man.
Yeah, let me say
Nobody is
this.
cutting me off.
Let me say this real
Go ahead,
quick.
backstage. Go ahead.
When it comes to that topic, I don't care what they say. I don't care what you say. Sekou did not have a solid argument. He doesn't. Even when he started talking about what the contradictions were, those aren't contradictions. He just doesn't understand what he's reading. Now, the problem with you trying to compare Capt to Tazaryach, ISUPK doesn't stand with any other Israelites. They tell you that. They teach and they learn a certain way. They don't go into Africa because they don't study Africa. So what I'm telling you is you have people like myself, JJ, who would have wiped the floor with Sekou.
Go ahead, Sage.
So I'm telling what I'm telling you is I will say this, right? He won't get I ain't gonna even say if he get past JJ, then he can come to me. He can't beat JJ.
All right, check this out, Black Sage. Check this out. Hear me out.
He
That's
can't
some
beat
good
me
shit
or
he's
JJ.
smoking.
Be quiet, be quiet. Check this out.
Good shit you smoking.
Oh man, this dude here is cutting people in two now. Check this out. Check this out, Black Sage.
Yeah.
The way we did Jabari with you, Nepal, and who else was it? Oh, it was Gorilla Hebrew.
Gorilla Hebrew.
I will do it on this condition. Sekou versus Yara, Mandinka Mali, and Apostle. Y'all three.
Why would you do that? Why would you do that to
Well, you
Sekou?
did it the same way with Jabari.
But
No,
he
because you know
ain't
what?
first of all,
Look,
he's not on hold on. He's not on hold on. He's not on Jabari's level, number one. Number two, Jabari got his ass whooped in that debate. And number three, listen, I'll put JJ on that debate against Sekou and
Put
watch
yourself
what
on there.
happens.
facts.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
Pay-per-view that one.
Watch what happens.
Come on, man. You would be a better.
No, watch what happens,
Israelites
bro.
wasn't in West Africa, sa.neter. I'm gonna drag them.
That's easy, bro. That's what I'm saying.
I'm going to the sub-clans.
He don't
I
even
already
know.
did this work. So
Watch this.
JJ and Sekou, I got JJ.
See, sa.neter didn't know how. I mean,
Right.
Tazar didn't know how to defend that because he's
Right.
not dealing with Africa.
He's not dealing with Africa.
The most even matches Yara and JJ. That would be a good one. I wouldn't mind.
Yeah, you
JJ
sound just as silly as hell, King J. I can't even on your information now, man.
sa.neter man.
No, see, what it is.
Silly as hell, bro.
We're protecting
Man,
man,
you hear this crazy shit, Seven?
sa.neter man. Go ahead. I'm telling you. If you won't say cool career to be over here on the HOK, go before it gets started.
You gaslighting now,
I'm not. I promise you. I'm not. I promise you I'm not. And I'm saying this about JJ because I heard him debate this before. And most of our information is the same. So I'm telling you is that he can't beat JJ.
JJ debate him. Why don't it be y'all two?
We gonna say the same thing.
Sekou made the challenge.
JJ is not qualified to debate no goddamn Sekou, man.
Sekou not qualified to debate nobody, bro.
I didn't debate it like Tazaryach. Everybody on your list. I didn't debate Jabari, which he wants to this debate over here. So
you know what? I'm gonna ask him. I'm gonna ask Sekou. I'll give you a shot, Jay. But I'll ask him if you want to smoke with him. I'm gonna ask him.
Hey, JJ pretty tough.
And Pastor Bennett, hold up. Why he trying to make call outs?
I give you
Pastor
that,
Bennett
JJ.
still he hurting from that ass whooping I gave.
Hey, JJ, I think you can hang with Sekou, but I think
hey man, all I'm saying, bro, I didn't hear nothing from Sekou tonight.
Yeah, when you made a fatal mistake, Captain Tazaryach wasn't fast. You should have jumped on that, Captain. Yeah, I can prove that there was Israelites in West Africa. That's easy. There's one tribe that keep
the only way that I will put JJ up against Sekou is I'm betting 500 on Sekou. Who want to take the bet?
I'll take it. I'll take it.
We gotta have 3 judges. 3 judges.
Nah, we ain't doing all that. The people gonna be the judge.
Nah.
The people's gonna be the judge.
Nah. I don't care. Listen, I hear what you say all the time. Y'all can say I'm a 0 and 1,000 over here, but your audience is biased as hell. So I'm gonna just tell you. If you get judges, I put my 500 up against your 500.
All right. Fill up. You even brought up Nepal. You said, how about Sekou versus Nepal? No, brother.
I'm staying right here with JJ.
No, brother. No.
He can't
I'm
beat
the only
Nepal,
one
no
that
debate.
Everybody on your roster, but for some
reason,
I'm not qualified.
Now listen.
See, bro, you trying to retire me?
I'm gonna ask the people. Do y'all want the JJ versus Sekou? Let's see what the people say.
Sekou is finna dominate that debate. That's not.
Okay, well, that's your opinion.
He needs somebody more qualified. You right now you propagating fallacious narratives right now. All of you Israelites is basing that
I'm not even an Israelite. Shut your mouth.
Or Hebrews, whatever, people that subscribe to the Jewish religion. Y'all are that claim that there was a large contingency of Jews, and especially the Songhai, Mali, Ouagadougou empires is fallacious. Y'all are basing that off the Tariq al-Fatash by Mahmoud Khati. He was an impartial Muslim. I mean, when you read that full account, there's many of fallacious claims in there, bro. Like in Mandinka culture, the people that you name, the Capt clan, which means inheritors, they wasn't no Jews. They adopted Islam for trade.
Well, how about this? You know what?
During that empire, majority of the people still practice what they call animism. They wasn't even large converted to Islam yet.
Okay,
that happened later on in the 17th and 16th century.
All right. Now, what do you say, brother? What do you think? How do you think that went with Tazaryach and Sekou?
Tazaryach's not qualified. Again, it's really no Hebrew Israelite is qualified they have no leg to stand on in these type of debate. All they can debate really is like it would have to be something that would be religious. Anything that's to deal with sociopolitics or geopolitics or even history, they can't have a debate because they have no leg to stand on. There's no historical validity to nothing they say. It's all makeshift and feel good history. It's not real.
All right, Landu, what's up, man?
What's good? Assad.
Did you see it? Did you see the conversation?
Yes, I listened to the whole conversation.
What do you think, man?
So first, I want to say, Sekou, some of his points that he was making were valid, but I think he didn't structure it properly when he was talking to Capt.
Nah, he structured it properly, brother.
I think what he should debate with Capt. I think what he should debate with Capt, because I'm an Israelite from Africa. I'm from
That's
Liberia.
why you say that. Y'all Israelites be bugging out, man.
Right.
Hold on. I'm agreeing with Sekou. You talking about I'm bugging out? I'm agreeing with Sekou with some of his points. I'm from the Pele tribe. My tribe is next door neighbor to the Sekou tribe. But
no, you're African.
Yes, I was. Me and Sekou is from the same Liberia.
So hold on. Are your father African? Is your father African?
Yes, my dad is.
Well, brother, you're a caca to them, bro. What are you talking about?
What?
You a doo-doo. According to the Israelites.
According to ISUPK, yes.
No, not just ISUPK. To all the Messianic Hebrew Israelites that's out there.
That's not true, sir.
No, that is. I said the Messianic Hebrews. I didn't say the Old Testament and none of them.
That's
and
not true.
I'm not saying to you, Tazaryach. Watch this. GMS, Lions of Israel, IUIC, all these top groups that I'm naming. IUIC. Who else? Oh, who got next? Zabak and them that's out there. There's a lot of Israelite groups that look at you as shit, bro.
How they look at me?
That's because they all from New York.
No, they not. Not all of them.
All the ones you just named, they come from out of New York, bro.
Nah, you got Israelites in Chicago. You got
New Jersey.
Listen,
about Jersey.
those leading groups, man, come out of New York, bro.
Yeah, that's true.
Torah Night. Oh yeah, don't forget Torah Nights.
Yeah,
he's Old Testament. My man Judah Nas. And he's Old Testament, bro. So, brother, I'm surprised at you, man. Come on, man. You and the Mandinka, bro.
Can I respond?
Yeah, respond.
Go ahead.
Okay, so there was many things you said, right? And you listed a bunch of groups, and you said, look at me like, no, they don't. Because IUIC is literally in my country currently preaching to my people. A lot.
And what did your people do when they went up in Africa? They threw stones at them niggas and told them, get the hell out of here with that garbage. Yeah. Huh? Come on. Did y'all see that? Did anybody see that?
Yeah.
I saw it.
Yeah. When they went over there in Africa and tried to bring that nonsense over there, the Africans threw stones at them.
That was in that one village, sa.neter.
They're Orthodox Christians, though.
You a trip.
But I mean, the claim there's even if just because somebody's saying that they're from the continent in contemporary times and claiming to be Israelite, that doesn't hold any weight.
Who is this dude that just keep talking over everybody, man? Then I get put in the back. He just jump on like he been putting in the work. This pink guy.
Cool,
nobody was speaking when nobody was speaking.
You just jumped in there.
That's why you're doing the same thing Apostle do. You are doing the same thing that Apostle do, Mandinka. You're doing the same thing.
Mandinka just got mad today. He ain't usually been.
Come on, brother, let the brother talk. He can talk.
Okay, well, let me know when I can go.
Yeah, so he can disagree. Let him disagree if he wants.
He supposed to be a goddamn order.
He was speaking first, man. He was speaking. You spoke already. I introduced him. So come on with that nonsense, brother. You just like man. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
So these contemporary people, Africans that are from the continent, them trying to say that they're Israelites today, I mean that doesn't hold any weight. Like there's a large contingency of people that are Igbo, people, the Pele people, like they're all trying to do this new age we Israelites and being Israelite stuff. You're not gonna find any cultural links historically pre-colonialism to anybody espousing anything biblical. You will find Islamic, but you're not gonna find nothing pre-14th century Islamic. So
man,
it's just confusion.
First, man, if you can get past him, shit, I'll let you get Sekou.
I have a question for the brother that just spoke.
You talking to me or him? Who you talking
to? I'm talking to you, man.
Right.
If you can get past this brother here,
you probably, as long as you want.
Brother kind of deep there, son.
You got to debate somebody. You come up
No, sa.neter. Let me take the low-hanging fruit. I debate Pink over there in the corner and let JJ get Sekou.
You guys hear me? My mic went muted for a second. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now. Go ahead, talk.
The brother, Angola.
Lando, can I ask you a question?
Yo. No, not right now, Rafu. Let him talk. Rakufu.
The brother Angola, you made a statement, and you pretty much said that that I guess the people in Africa that's like Pele and Yoruba that's claiming to be Israelites, they're doing it, but there's no evidence. Can you please explain why Askia Mohammed, the king of the Songhai Empire, made a rule that nobody can be Jews in West Africa and they have to convert to Islam?
Because the reason is because you had some Moroccan traders that were coming down into the hinterlands and trading and converting a little bit of people. There was no large contingency of quote unquote Israelites, and they never mass converted people. That didn't happen. It's a false narrative. No historian of these groups that have actual credentials is going to back anything they're saying. There's a lot of false histories, and that's the thing when it comes to our West African history. A large majority of this interpolation comes because we didn't have a written language, so a lot of people can make up this stuff. Like the Yoruba do it too. They say that the Muslim Yorubas and Ibadan try to say that they came from Saudi Arabia, which say Ododu came from Saudi Arabia, which is fallacious. Like a lot of this stuff, bro, is they doing the same stuff in West Africa right now that they are doing in America. It's just confusion, and it's not real history. No real historian of the groups of people will co-sign none of that stuff.
Bro, you're just saying stuff is fallacious and spewing information. Hold on, you contradicted yourself.
Get him, Lando.
Because first you said that the Jews that was in West Africa were Moroccan Jews that came down and were doing trading, and then you said there wasn't a large group of Jews in West Africa that converted people. So why would a king in a hold on, let me finish. Why would a king in a big empire that reached all the way from Cameroon all the way to Senegal, why would he make it a rule in his empire that everybody that is a Jew had to convert to Islam or be put to death? If there wasn't a big conversion of Jews or a big population of Jews in West Africa, why would he do that?
There what, brother? It's not what you brought up is not a contradiction. I specifically said that there was a little bit of Moroccan Jews that came down to trade during it was different periods during the 14th century, during the 15th century. But again, like I stated, there was never a large contingent of during that time. There wasn't even a large contingent of. Brother, excuse me, I'm speaking. I said that.
Hold on.
I preface my statement with large contingent.
And go live. Can you put your number in the back chat so I can call you up? Maybe do a show with both of y'all brothers.
Yes, sir.
All right, put your number in the back, and you too, my brother Landu. You know how to go to the private chat, Landu?
No problem. Yes, I can put my number.
All right, put your numbers in the back because this is some fresh new young blood right here, and we need to get y'all up in here, man, for real.
Yeah, and go right, wait up, then you can get at me, sir.
Landu, if you from the United States or the
get your weight up.
Landu, I mean, no go.
Yo, how come everybody talk at the same time, man?
Can I finish what I was saying?
Yeah, let us finish. Cool. Everybody quiet, y'all. I want y'all to put y'all numbers in the back first, though.
Okay. Let's do that
so I can have y'all math and call y'all up, and we can I'm gonna let y'all two brothers have a nice discussion. Y'all can really go in on that, on what y'all talking about.
Coliseum, sa.neter.
Okay, Lando, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Nah, he want to finish what he's saying, Rakufu.
He finished.
No, I'm not. I was putting my numbers back there.
Yeah, I was saying about the Sekou thing. I'll finish that, and then I'll brother, you can ask me your question. So
yeah, but in regards to you said it was a contradiction. It was I stated that there was multiple ways of quote unquote Jewish people from Moroccan trading Jewish people coming down into the Songhai, Ouagadougou and trading, but they never had a large contingent of mass conversion. That didn't happen. There's no evidence of that. And even during the time periods we're speaking about, during the Ouagadougou was not a Muslim empire, so they didn't have any type of Abrahamic leanings. It wasn't until he brought up with the Capt people. Yeah, they were. The ruling class had converted to Islam, but again, the majority of the people were still practicing their ancestral veneration-based spirituality. So
you're talking to me, right?
It wasn't until later on. It wasn't until later on that the mass conversion of Abrahamic religion happened.
So
for everybody.
So hold up, bro. So these people who converted to Islam, some of them, their oral tradition, some of the artifacts, I can show you all that. Some of these people was dealing with Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, the Abayah.
Hey, hold on, I don't see your number, man.
Hold up. I typed it in the wrong place.
It's back there. But hold up, bro. So when you coming up here making a false claim that there was no Israelites in West Africa. See, even Chris Harris said before 1492, we can go way back, 600 BC. See, this, I've already done this information, like Yahweh said. I'm not representing Hebrew Israelites because I don't want to represent, I want to be a free thinker, a truth seeker. But I can prove this information that you're saying is wrong. So you coming up here with a couple of little talking points and think that's going to get you enough to get past me in the ring. You sadly mistaken. I'm well seasoned and I listen when people make these talking points. So I respect you, young man.
You don't know how to do it?
Yeah, I did it. It's back there.
You get in the ring with the brother Lando. That'd be nice. But I got to get Sekou on this before y'all even talk about it. Because Chris Harris has run from it. Garfield's run from it. This is one of my when I was a Hebrew Israelite, this is some of my talking points. We got to connect to Africa. They're sub-clans. It may not all the people from the Mali Empire were saying that they're Israelites or Judah, but then there's some that's different clans, like some of the Nikita clan. I was saying you got to go through sub-clans, and that's what you're not ready for. Before you step to me, study the sub-clans, and then when you and I can have a conversation.
Brother, I have.
Y'all already up on this information.
And go low. You from the United States.
Can I speak real quick? No, wait a minute. That was my turn. I've been waiting now.
Man, bro, no more chat.
Respect people. When you talk, I don't call nothing about your boy and that.
See, there you go. Why you gotta do that, man?
I'm talking to you.
Man, why you gotta do that, bro? Yo, I gotta go, y'all. I'm out of here. I'll see y'all tomorrow. And that's it, man. That's it. Yo, y'all right. I'm gonna call you.
Yeah, suck his
Debate Coliseum, 7,000 gonna be hosting that. Tell them sa.neter 7 p.m. Come on
Hey,
tonight.
Golo, is you from the United States?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Peace,
Yo, did Rock Khufu just invited somebody to suck his penis or something?
Oh man, no, you said the B word.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
No, hold on. Did you just do that on my show, y'all?
Yeah.
Hey,
They just heard said the F word 4
man.
times and you didn't say nothing to him. Get both of them.
That's no respect for me, brother. When you do that, Rock Khufu, you ain't doing no respect for me, bro.
Come on back, Rock Khufu.
Nah, that's it. I'm out of here, y'all. I gotta go, man.
Zarek did it 4 times. He ain't gonna respect you. So.
Peace. I'm gonna call you, y'all, Rock. I'm gonna call you.
All right.
Yeah, man. Hey, them dudes, man, they get slapped. Hey, we still live. Sorry. So yeah, look, I think it's still say we still live.
They not
He
ready.
got to turn it off.
It's
It's the takeover.
ain't ready, man. He ain't.
It's the takeover, man. Y'all still see
He's
him?
just happy to be on the. He's just happy to be on the big screen, man. But he wasn't ready for that conversation, man. Like, ain't no way he can say ain't no Israelites on the west coast of Africa. That's crazy work.
That's crazy, bro.
That's
I think
crazy
we still
work.
live, y'all. Right, go ahead and teach something real quick.
No,
I did stop.
Yeah, no
Let me
doubt.
see. Let me look.
Like we can, like honestly, bro,
Yeah,
we can run that.
live.
I can run that information tomorrow, man. I can run that information in 15 minutes. They'll never recover. That's all we do. But like you said, that ain't Captain Tazaryach's wheelhouse.
Nah.
That ain't his wheelhouse. So he can't. I wouldn't take the debate either. That ain't my wheelhouse. That ain't his wheelhouse. So I wouldn't take the debate either. So that's why I said I've only seen between you, myself, and maybe Gideon, who actually make that argument. Oh boy, what was just on here, Lando, he bought out one of the biggest sources you can use on that, and that's the Eskil Muhammad in 1492. He threatened the Jews. Y'all got to stop y'all cultural practice. Y'all can't trade with them. Stop them from keeping the Sabbath. This is before the transatlantic slave trade kicked off.
Mm-hmm.
The same exact year. And that's how we know that those Israelites, those black Jews, see, people don't realize what those black Jews were doing. They converted to Islam.
Yep.
So that they wouldn't be persecuted.
Persecuted and then a part of the trade.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Because Muslims couldn't enslave Muslims. So they converted. And so people don't understand when you say conversos, they think people converting to Judaism. No, these was Jews converting to either Christianity or they were converting to Islam. People don't understand that argument, man. But that's what it is.
From what I've seen, I'm gonna be honest, Captain Tazaryach, bro. You forgot really where you came from, bro. And now you getting. Why do he got to impress you? You are the guy out here on these platforms, out there pushing your doctrine, right? And you hating Africans, right? I mean, so to me, it was an African up here. He says, show me where Africans enslaved Israelites. But you don't know enough African history to maybe prove it.